Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing Winery Management Simulation Terroir. Start a new game where you run your own winery. I'll start on standard difficulty because I like losing. You just get double the money on starting out on easy. This game is extremely difficult on new players. I always forget to disable that. Which is a problem because when you start out you only have one area to grow stuff on, which means you can't make very much product, which means you can't make very much money. In addition to that, you're really at the mercy of the weather, and I'll show that off after we plant here in a little bit. So this game has pretty extreme balance issues. Alright, so we're going to plant here, and I like planting the Chardonnay because that makes me go broke more quickly, even though you get more money in the end. So once you plant this stuff, what you want to get is the ripeness right at level 5. The way you do that is by controlling the foliage. Every time that it's sunny and the foliage is at no foliage, it goes up, or low foliage, it goes up. If it's optimal, it stays the same. And then if it's above optimal at full, it'll go back down. So you're at the mercy of the random number generator determining what type of weather you get. There's only so much you can do controlling what type of coverage you get on your plants. So it's at 5 now. There's nothing I can do about it to control that. If I don't get any rain, I'm going to lose the game, essentially, is what's going to happen. So, yep, there we go. So now it's overripe. Again, I can't do anything about it because the only thing I can do is shear it, and I don't want to shear it because it's already full. Now we got a month of rain, so that brought it up to light, which isn't going to help. We need like 3 months of rain. We actually needed to go up to full. We'll see if that actually happens. Oh, good. So lucky. Alright, so we're going to wait for this to come back down to 6 at least before we pick it, which we'll do in October. Because you can pick... There we go. Okay, stop. Alright, pick that. Alright. So, that was actually really, really lucky, or else we would have lost the game right there. So, you have these 4 different ratings. What you have to do by trial and error is figure out what the ratings are supposed to be. Now, the game doesn't tell you. It tells you this needs to be higher or lower once you get it reviewed by critics. But you have to figure that out for yourself. And the problem is, when you start a new game, you don't have room to work that out for yourself. You have such a narrow economic budgetary window that you can't really just spend time trying to figure out what it needs to be. You need to make money. You can't take out a loan until you have a high enough renown rating, and you don't have high enough renown rating until you have 5-star wines. So it's pretty crazy. Now you have these 4-step processes. You crush it first. You put it in barrel, or you ferment it next. Now, once you get further in the game, you'll have different options for these things. But as of right now, for crushing it and for aging it, you basically only have one type of barrel you could use. And what I want to do is bring the sweetness down to 5. So we're going to ferment this for 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks brings it down by 1. So let that go for 2 weeks. All the maps are randomly generated. You get these random tiles with different types of soil, which support different types of wine. Now, I want to bring the tannins... Actually, I'll probably keep the tannins at 7. 7's okay when you begin. So I'm going to bring the acidity up to 7, which means I want to have a 20% pressed thing here. So we'll press that. Put it in the barrel. You can choose your barrel type, but again, you don't unlock anything until you get a higher estate level. So it's going straight in the French oak, and then I'm actually going to immediately pull it out and ball it right now because these ratings are good, and the only reason I know that is because I played the game before. So we're going to cork it, and then we're going to organize a tasting. You get 3 different reviewers. As you get 5-star bottles, you'll get better reviewers, which will allow you to charge more for your wine. As I know, because I know what the ratings are from playing the game before, that is a 5-star Chardonnay, so we will sell that to our distributors here I'll give most of it to this guy because I like their bonus better when your relations go up to 5. And then we'll do 140 for those guys. And that's it. Alright, so that's going to get sold. And that's basically it. In order to upgrade my things, I need $100,000 and a renown of 50. Right now I have $14,000 and a renown of 1, so I will not be upgrading my stuff anytime soon. If you have an empty tile, you can actually put in a worker hut, which will allow you to research additional things to do up here other than cut the vines. You can combat bugs. You can shear all of the same type of crop at once, which is pretty nifty. So we're going to wait for this stuff to get sold, which will take a little bit of time. There you go, that's it. So I'm up to 24,000, which is not enough to buy another tile and then seed it with more Chardonnay. So I really need another year of getting lucky with the weather to have another 5-star in order to really afford that. Again, on easy difficulty you get a lot more money, so you're a little bit more flexible, but here it's such a narrow luck window in order to break even. Once you get beyond the initial hump, then you just exponentially grow your business by buying up a ton of tiles and then just growing the amount of product you can produce. But here, there's nothing I can do. I have no foliage. I need it to rain. There's a little bit of rain, so that's good. I want it to stay at 5 optimally. Now it's up to light foliage. Okay, so now we're up to optimal. So actually I want to keep it at optimal. So if it grows again, we'll trim it. But actually we got pretty lucky with this. Again, your maintenance costs are extremely high if you look at your financial report. Even though I sold a 5-star wine, I still lost money last month. Or last year. Like, really? Okay. Alright, we need to keep an eye on the weather here. If this rains again, we need to trim it. Okay, clear is okay. Because we're at optimal, so it's not going to go up or down. Cloudy is fine. I'm just looking for rain. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, we're going to trim it twice. So we wanted to go back up to 5. So now we need... Oh, you suck! Alright, we'll wait another month. Hopefully it'll be not rainy in October. Ugh, cloudy. Come on, go back up. Just give me a sunny. You can harvest... Cloudy again. Anytime in September to November. I might just wait another month. I need this thing up to 5. I need a 5-star or else I'm going to go broke. Alright, fine. Fine, be that way. We can work with that. Choose crushing method. Oh, there's only one because I need $100,000 and 50 renown to get any other option. So pick the only one we got. Alright. Actually, I'm going to do less than 2 weeks because I want it at 5. Actually, this would be pretty good because I'm just going to bring this up to 7 and then we're good. So 756 is good. Alright, so we're going to put it in a French oak thing, but we're going to immediately take it out and sell it. Alright, so we're going to bottle that with cork in a clear bottle. And then we will organize a tasting. We're going to, once you get a 5-star, it starts unlocking better people, so we'll bring the 2-star guy in. He'll say it's excellent, so now I'm making 21 bucks a wine. So we will sell that. Again, we'll give most of it to them, and then we'll kind of do... I just like to keep 20 bottles in stock, just in case. And that's it. So that's another year. And again, we'll see how much money we have at the end of the year. I need to buy another tile. I need to buy this. But again, I need $20,000 to do that. But I need money for maintenance. Okay, so 33. I barely have enough money for that. I don't really have enough money for that. Because this is going to cost $10,000 to plant this. So I'm going to lose this game probably. Because my maintenance costs are going to make me go below 0. And I'm not going to have enough money to bottle. So that's unfortunate. Alright, stop that. I don't want you optimal. I want you light, so you go up when it gets sunny. Not that it's going to matter, because I'm going to go broke. Stop raining. So, again, I needed to wait another year with that single tile, probably. But I wanted to show off another tile on the video. Yep, game's over now. Let's see if it lets me actually harvest this before. I'm not going to get... I don't have any money. Oh, and I got fungal rot. Just going to decrease the yield 30%. Nothing I can do about that. Just random. Alright, let's do this stupid thing. You have like little Monopoly type cards. Hopefully I'll get something that'll give me money. So we'll do the chance. Ah. Awesome. That's not what I need. Well, we'll just trim this all the way then. Yeah. Doesn't matter, I lost anyway. Let's trim this all the way down. I also don't like the nighttime. It's hard to see it. Let's wait a little bit, see if we can get it up a little. Not that it matters, so I don't have enough money to bottle anyway. See, I only have 20 bottles left over, so it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, of course you're going to rain. Whatever. Yeah, see, I lost anyway. I knew that was going to happen. There you go. That's Terroir. You lose a lot. It took me 8 games to figure it out. I've had 1 game out of like the 15 that I've played where I've actually been able to survive more than about 2 or 3 years. It's simply because the early game is so tough. It's super reliant on the luck of the weather. You know, if you get a bunch of rain or a bunch of sun without any balance, you're just going to lose. You don't have enough money to afford a second tile, and with 1 tile, you don't make enough money on 1 tile's worth of wine to really pay for anything. It's so slow going. You really have to get 5-6 years in a row of absolute luck and 5-star wines to go. In addition, when you're starting out, you have no idea what the ratings are supposed to be for a 5-star wine. You have no idea. So you're supposed to experiment and figure it out by trial and error. But how can you figure it out with trial and error if you're going to lose the game after 2 years every time? You know, like I lost this game 2 years, and I've been playing this game for, you know, a considerable amount, and I actually kind of know what I'm doing, or at least I like to think that I do. Which is too bad because there's some decent aspects in the game. You know, you have different buildings you can do to unlock new things to do on your winery. Actually, let me load up my game that I'm actually doing fairly decent. I don't want to do a new game. I don't want to do a new game. I want to load a game. I think it's that. Oh, yeah. Oh, that. Oh, shoot. It was taking. Okay, there we go. So this is my good game. So I actually had enough money on here to, because I started on easy. Look how much money I have, $279,000. So I have a bunch of Chardonnays going. I have a bunch of Syrahs going. I have a tavern where I sell some of the bottles. I have my research workers office so I can do pesticide treatments and stuff. I also have the upgrade where you can trim 1 block and I'll take care of all of them for you. So like I said, it's luck getting past the initial hump of production. So it can be done. It's just happened 1 game out of like 15 or 20 that I've played. where I've actually gotten lucky enough with the weather to get past the initial, production limits. Having all the different bottling options is fine, except when you start out, you only have one at each step. The game really opens up here when you have a lot of money, you have a lot of crops, you upgrade your estate, which I don't even have enough money renown here to do that yet. To unlock all the other some of the other options, that's when the game really opens up. But it takes so long to get there, and I doubt that many players are really going to get there because they're going to get so frustrated starting out and failing, even on easy difficulty, that they're just going to quit and stop playing the game. You don't want a game to be the most difficult at the beginning, because that's going to discourage everyone that tries to play it. You want the difficulty to increase with time, with more stuff to do as you go on. But that's not what happens here at all. Here, it's actually the most difficult in the beginning, when you just have one tile, and that can only produce a small amount of material that is super dependent on the weather and doesn't make a lot of money, and you only get certain, one option for processing at each step. It's crazy. I mean, that might be realistic. Obviously, it's really hard to start out a new, winery company rather than have a more established one. But that doesn't mean it's fun. Because of that, because of the super hard beginning of the game and the large reliance on the random weather, it makes the game too frustrating to recommend. There is a good game, I think, somewhere in here, but it would be nicer if, instead of starting out with just a single tile, maybe they gave you an already established winery that you could start in the middle of and then actually be able to explore some of the options there. Instead of having to start from scratch every single game, gamble on whether the weather's going to be right or not, cross your fingers, some sort of balance between rain and sun, and actually be able to survive the first couple years of the game. But like I said, because of the extreme difficulty in the beginning and the reliance on the random weather, which you can't do anything about, all you can do is trim the trees. If you don't get any rain, that's not your fault. That's just random luck. There's no skill. There's no challenge in there. Because of those things, this isn't a game that I can recommend in its current state. That's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.